Yes, yes. Welcome back to another episode of Food Time, NSL Food Time. It's a beautiful summer week. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are back. My name is Taiye. I go by Coach T today, and I'm here with my boy Uche. Uche, how are you doing?
The half Brazilian is here. Uche It's another day of football. Welcome, everybody.
So you say you're half Brazilian. My name is Manfred, as you know, but I did not see you on the Brazilian national team list. I take it you did not make it for the World Cup list. uh, anyway, today I'm telling you something almost miraculous happened in the world of football. Arsenal was able to beat Burnley today 1-0. A very highly contested game. And for all of you that follow our podcast, I would say if you watch our last episode, I sat here and said with my full chest that Arsenal will make it, one, to the Champions League finals, and two, that they will win the EPL. It was a long ways out, but after the result today, there's one game to go. So Arsenal has one game to play against Crystal Palace, and if they happen to win that game, they'll break a 22-year drought in winning the EPL. And also, if they can muster the wizardry to beat PSG, they would win their first Champions League. So they are on a high, but in the same note, every coin has two sides. So if it comes that Arsenal loses either or both games, they would instantly lose two trophies. And I think this will be the most painful year if that were ever to happen for Arsenal fans. What do you guys say?
So, in my opinion, I don't see them losing two trophies. I think the league is pretty much set. Unless they really, really fumble against Crystal Palace, right? So the way it's set up now for them to win the league, City has to do their part. City, even if City win both games, as long as Arsenal beat Crystal Palace away, then it's a win. You know what I mean? It's over. There's nothing City can do.
Easier said than done.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying it's easy. But when you have to win two games, City still has to win two games. Arsenal only have to win one to win the league.
Who has the most pressure?
City.
Arsenal.
I think it's City. I mean, two games because
it's Arsenal's league to lose.
City is going
Arsenal hasn't won in 22 years.
Thank you.
Yeah, they can leave. I mean, Guardiola would like to leave with a bang, but it's Arsenal is limping to the trophy. Like, don't forget, I think Burnley was already relegated, right?
Yeah.
But this game was close.
Exactly.
Close. So it's a
and
lot
they were playing at home.
Even when you watch the games, you could tell, But I think Arsenal will pull it off. I mean, Crystal Palace, they won their 10 million, right?
Right.
I think, they will need that 10 million from, the Eze deal. If Arsenal wins the deal, Arsenal pays extra 10 million for Eze. Hey, who doesn't want 10 million? And guess what? They have a European final on Wednesday, so they're going to be resting a lot of their starters, Crystal Palace, over the weekend. So I think it's a lot of the advantages on Arsenal side.
That's why I say the pressure is on City, right? Because City doesn't do well when they go out to Bournemouth. Bournemouth's not going to be an easy game for them, right? Shout out to Bournemouth, by the way. Bournemouth's going to be an easy game for them. And they still have to win their last game, Speaking of limping, did you guys see that red card that Declan Rice got away with today? How is that not a red card? Full start on somebody? I mean, can this referees for a change be consistent in this call?
Yeah, that was kind of inconsistent, though. Yeah.
I mean, that's a straight red. I don't care how you look at it.
It was a red. I don't know. There's nothing like a soft, clumsy tackle.
So imagine if you don't have Declan Rice against Crystal Palace, because that's the next game if you got it right. So I think the referee and the league is trying to help them. I'm just saying, I call it as I say. I don't care. I know Arsenal fans are going to come from me, but today is not the first day. You know.
So, well, let's wait and see. Time alone will tell. Now, speaking of Arsenal, we also have Manchester City. 2026 has really not been an ideal year for them. Pep Guardiola is leaving 2026 with one trophy in hand, one main trophy, which was,
FA Cup.
excuse me, the FA Cup.
Yeah.
But he won the League Cup too, right?
Yeah, he's got 2 already.
Yeah, 2 this year.
So the FA Cup was his eighth FA Cup for Man City. But there are rumors that this may be his last year. He came in 2016. So in 10 years, he has delivered a lot for Manchester City. Do you regard the year 2026 as a failure or a success for Manchester City?
Oh, listen. When you win 2 trophies in England, it cannot be a failure, right? And like you said, he's won 20 trophies. I mean, how many people can say that? And right now, he's regarded as one of the best managers of all time. So it's impossible to even use the word failure for City, even for this year. 2 trophies is not easy. And he's challenging and fighting for the league, to take it from Arsenal. So in my opinion, I don't think it's a failure, right? And even him leaving is still not finalized yet. Obviously, Enzo Maresca is out there to replace him.
Right.
I know it's almost a done deal, but in my opinion, it's not a failure. Congratulations to him. I'm happy. This is his second retirement. I remember the last time he retired after Bayern Munich and he went to New York and took time off. So I know he's going to be back. I don't see him doing anything else. So congratulations to him. Let him enjoy his school.
Yeah, he had a tough year psychologically.
Yeah, I mean, I won't say it's a failure, but 10 years in Man City, he
Transformed their football.
He dominated the league because he's won what, 6 titles?
Yeah.
In 10 years. Yeah, that's dominance. On the European side, won UEFA Champions League with the amount of money and dominance and all the Arab, 200 million pounds sponsorship deals that we know nobody gives that kind of sponsorship deal if it's not, has some kind of undertone. But it's I would say it's fair enough.
Can I take the group just a step back? Speaking of Arsenal, just the fans. What's your opinion about the Arsenal fans? If it happens that they win one or both trophies, do you think the world is big enough to contain or accommodate Arsenal fans? Because I think that's a bigger issue. It's not a team Arsenal, it's the fans.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like I had this conversation with some friends today, and a lot of non-Arsenal fans, man, they're praying so hard for Arsenal not to win. They say, "Oh, their mouth." I'm kind of on the other side. I feel so sorry for them all these years. I mean, they're a big team by all standards, except maybe winning. I would like them to win. I would like them to win. And being a Madrid fan, I don't really see any team winning as a threat to football supremacy. Maybe that's because with the great.
You always have to throw that rubbish in here, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm comfortable. I'm always very comfortable with other people winning. It's a game, it's sports, it's a competition. No one will win all the time. You're gonna always have different winners. Yeah, but they will have those that dominate. Yeah. But we'll live with them. Hey, it won't be the first time anyone is winning.
The reason why a lot of us root against Arsenal is because of the fans, because now if they win this, you will say Arsenal fans saying, Declan Rice is the best football player
of all time.
They will say, Saka is better than Dembele, So that's so annoying statements or comments they make. Sometimes it's just crazy. It's just obscene, And it's always fun when they lose, because when they lose, you want to entertain yourself. Just go to Arsenal TV and watch them fight each other. So for them to just not do that, it's not fun for us non-Arsenal fans anymore. But it is what it is. They are annoying, but it's part of the game. Banter is part of football, so we enjoy. We'll let them have this year. They can start another 12 years starting next year.
Wow, 12.
Yes, I said.
So this is NSL full time.
Yeah.
And yesterday at NSL, interesting games. I'm telling you, I was opportunity to be there. I saw Uche there, and really, I'm telling you, the level of the league is going out of control. I mean, the intensity, the pace. The marquee game for yesterday was Bendel United, the only team that has done the treble, against Jamaican Nats. And this is Jamaica's first year. But for those of you that do not really know or understand what's happening in NSL, if a team comes from outside, like let's say Jamaica or Sierra Leone or Ghana, players that are from that area that played in other teams will now leave those other teams to come and form the bulk of the home team, in this case, Jamaican Nats. So at least 3 or 4 key players for Bendel from the previous years, their championship years, were on the other side in Jamaican Nats playing against Bendel. Boy, oh boy. And we have a distinct privilege to have with us in the studio here the manager extraordinaire of Bendel, Mr. Uche, Brazilian Uchedo. How was the game yesterday, sir? And what's your take on that game?
It was an intense game, but Bendel had lost their first 2 games of the league because we were just lost there. So we decided yesterday we were going to show NSL what to expect this season, and
what you're capable of.
The man of the match was the former Bendel championship goalkeeper who's been with us for 8 years. In fact, it was so intense that yesterday, just before the game, at about 2 p.m. in the afternoon, we're talking about our players and formation, and a message came in on the Bendel group. I was like, whoa, is this thing that serious? And I looked at the message, and it was Leo, the goalkeeper who had moved to Jamaican Nats. In fact, he's the goalkeeper organizer of the Jamaican Nats. And I was like, oh, Leo is still here. Boom, boom. I took him out of the chat right away. And I was like, Uche, after all we've been through, traveled all over America playing football. I said, Leo, don't worry. I'll get you back in the chat after this game. For now, we are enemies. And he was the man of the match. Wow. He pulled off unbelievable saves. He sent me a picture at about 1 p.m. this afternoon, with him laying on the bed, and he was like, Uche, I haven't got up from the bed since morning. Because the game was stopped a couple of times, for the medical staff to come in. There was a particular shot by Vitalis that he saved. I don't know if he pulled his shoulders. It was
a do or die.
It was. They scored Bendel first. Then we equalized. Bendel missed a lot of goals. Even Leo was like, oh, yeah, we dodged one big one. Where did all our latest signings showed up? And it was amazing. Every single NSL, stakeholder, fans, no one left that field until after the game at about 10:30 p.m.
Yep. The game took place on field 7. I was on field 5. All I kept hearing was waves of noise. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
I know. It was an interesting game. The Jamaican Nats, they didn't come to play. I even saw one of my ex-players who had played with me over 15 years ago show up. Ricardo.
Oh, Ricardo.
Yeah, Ricardo. Wow. Yeah, Ricardo showed up. I'm like, damn, is it that same? I was like, yeah, Uche, is that serious? And he played. In fact, he took a last-minute shot that, man, if one of our midfielders, Stockwell, did not stop him, in fact, it was a foul that he had to take. It was a yellow card foul. Yeah. Then, because I know Ricardo can hit the ball. It was intense, and it was nice.
For that, I'm gonna give a Tech Remedy Man of the Week or Player of the Week which is our sponsor, to Leo, the goalkeeper from Jamaican Nats. So that's our tech remedy.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
You know, most of what you said. Again, our sponsor for this week is Tech Remedy. They're a business marketing company. They focus on AI, SEO, automation, websites designing, and social media. So if you want to market your business, contact Tech Remedy, and we'll put a link to their website below. As you can see on the screen, you see there the expert in social media marketing. So
they do very good work. I can attest to that.
Player of the week is sponsor is Tech Remedy. Yeah, I missed the game yesterday. I can't wait till this coming weekend to watch the game. Unfortunately, I wasn't around, but
also over 40 games, the veteran game it was woo. Sierra Leone versus All Stars versus United All Stars. Man, it was an intense game. Then the battle of
the
Mesera.
Giants.
The battle of Mesera.
Yes.
Washington All Stars versus
Maracana.
It was woo. In fact, man, that game was on another level. And Maracana lost narrowly 1-0. And for some reason, Maracana has not been able to beat Washington All Star because I'm also a member of Maracana. I was so pissed. I had to leave my Suya truck. I left everything. We tried to make everything work, but man, the strikers could not just put the ball in the net.
And man, everybody for Maracana that could play was present.
Yeah.
I mean, if you name the stars,
Mba, Cristiano Fili, Lagos Tenoruma, Davies. It was, Philip, man. But they Maracana played. They played, for most of the game. But guess what?
Yes.
The game of football, the goals.
Yep.
That's what makes the difference.
Defense wins your game, but you got to score.
And Washington All-Star, so they have some good experience. And guess what? Washington All-Star goalkeeper Sheg Star. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I played with Sheg Star in Church League, like 16, 17 years ago. Hey, you remember? He was a superstar defender then. Yeah. And I was like, Sheg Star, where did you learn how to keep? I was like, Uche, I've always been a good goalkeeper. Whoa. He pulled an unbelievable save, a header from one of the Maracana defenders. We all thought the ball was in already. I don't know, from nowhere, Shakespeare went in and boom, tapped the ball out. It was an interesting game. So big up to Shakespeare.
There are two teams that are flying under the radar in NSL right now: OGB and Eastern. Those Eastern boys. There was a boy that played the right wing. He's a little bit tall, has an afro hair like this. He is unbelievable, mesmerizing.
Eastern that lost.
Not Eastern. I'm sorry.
Team United.
Team United. They beat Eastern 8-0 yesterday. But Team United and OGB, they're flying under the radar. I'm telling you. Bendel, you better fasten your bootstraps because it's going to be a league this year.
We have Team United, OGB, and Opopo. Yeah, we have them written down somewhere. Yeah.
So, is it safe to say that you guys didn't have to have your 3-hour meetings this week?
No. we were like, this is the best football Bendel has played in years. Even when we win championships, I don't think we played this good. We have,
Who are you guys playing this coming weekend?
All the effort we put off season, signing players, moving, and dealings. Yeah, we're happy with where we are. And we're still expecting a couple of more players. So
who are you guys playing this weekend?
This weekend, the league is off this weekend for the Memorial.
Weekend.
Weekend.
I don't when I'm around, the league is off. Last weekend I was around.
A lot of tournaments. Cameroonians are having the veteran tournament. So a lot of the star players are, going to be engaged, traveling. Yeah, but when we come back, we play Team Senegal. Team Senegal, don't sleep on them. I watched a little bit of their game with OGB.
Very organized. Very organized.
Yeah, very organized. They come an hour, 30 minutes before the game.
And warm
Sit
up.
down. Oh, no. They no wonder they're the champions of Africa.
Yes. Kudos to.
And who knows? Maybe they'll be the first African team to lift the World Cup.
Yeah.
It's very possible. Very good point. Let's talk about Xabi Alonso, 4-year deal going to Chelsea. Personally, I think Chelsea has a good squad. They need a good cook to be able to put the ingredients together. And Xavi has proven that he is that kind of a person. I mean, as a player, he had what? Xavi had about 16 major trophies as a player. Yeah. And as a coach, so far he's had 3 major trophies. So I think he's going to be a good fit for Chelsea. So I'm not sure what you guys think of this blockbuster deal.
I mean, I'm a Chelsea fan. As a Chelsea fan, I kind of like it, to be honest, and I wish him the best of luck. Chelsea's problem is, like I said last podcast, it's not necessarily just the players, right? It's the ownership. I think it starts from the top. Like, they had no business letting Enzo Maresca go or forcing him to go. They brought in Rosario. They didn't give him enough time to really, implement whatever changes. I hope they give Xavi 4 years, or give him time. I won't even say 4 years. It's on a 4-year contract, potentially. That's what we're hearing. So I wish him the best of luck. Am I excited about it? Not necessarily. Really? And it's not about him. I'm just saying right now in Chelsea.
If not him, then whom? Who would do the magic? If you're not excited.
It's not about the coach, it's the ownership. Are they going to give him the authority to bring in the players that he wants?
The coach is important too, no matter how influential the ownership is.
I'm not saying coach is not important. Chelsea's problem right now is not necessarily the coach. Like I said, we had Enzo Maresca. They should have left him, right? So are the ownership going to let the coach bring in the player that he wants, or they're just going to give him players? Like, for example, we already have like 3 players coming in right now that from next year that we already signed, that is going to have to evaluate. You see what I'm saying? So, and I also heard they're not just hiring him as a coach, they're actually making him a manager and giving him a little bit of power. But I want to see that play out. I don't want to just hear about it. I want to see it play out and give him time. I'm happy for him. I think he can do something, but the ownership have to get out of his way and let him do what he can do.
What's your take, Ogauchi?
I think it's Xavi Alonso is a brilliant coach. Forget about what happened in Madrid. It's just, it's a Madrid way of doing things. I knew after the Barcelona game when he had the issues with Vinicius, I kind of told somebody, I said, I don't know if that would, was going to be able to be fixed. But Alonso has proven as a good coach. He
has.
Yeah, I think, he deserves to coach a team like Chelsea, and I think he will do well. I wish him the best of luck. And, like I said, a lot of all these big teams, like Taiye said, a lot of all these big teams, they sign these players for the coaches, rather than the coaches signing players that they need. And, but it's football. You also have to think of the business side, of things, because sometimes these owners, they look at the business side, they bring in players that, probably they're not the best.
While you're at it, Ogauchi, talk about Jose Mourinho going to Real Madrid while you're talking about
just what the doctor ordered for Real Madrid. I am happy with this move. I mean, even me, naturally, my personality, man.
I see your head dropping.
Yeah,
like you don't agree.
if the environment is chaotic, you don't need someone to come to. We need more chaos. Someone who would come in and say, you know what, y'all think you're crazy. I'm the godfather of craziness.
Crazy.
And Jose Mourinho, forget about what anyone says. He is a proven football manager for the short term. Jose Mourinho is not a long-term coach. Short-term fix. And that is what Real Madrid is made of. We don't want any 4, 6, 10-year coach. No, short term. He's done it before. A lot of people do not know. The Real Madrid, the modern day Real Madrid that won what? 6 UEFA Champions League in 11 years. It was the architect of Jose Mourinho. Before he came to Madrid, I remember it was like 4, 5 years straight, round of 16 exit. I think was once we made it to the quarterfinal. As soon as he came, the 3 years, he did not win the UEFA Champions League. But guess what? He brought in for Modric, Mesut Ozil, Sami Khedira. He brought in, and the core of the team that later on went on to win 6 UEFA Champions League in 11 years.
Mourinho,
I am happy for Mourinho.
I know you are happy. That's the old Mourinho. That's Mourinho part 1. What has Mourinho? Listen, Janet Jackson has a song that says, "What have you done for me lately?" Think about it. What has Jose Mourinho done in the last 5 years? How many Champions League has he won in the last 5 years? He got
has he coached a Champions League winning team?
Listen.
Level team. We're just talking about Guardiola. 10 years, just one UEFA Champions League. 10 years with all the money in the world.
Yeah, but Guardiola was winning the league. He was winning trophies.
All the money in the world. Mourinho gave Roma their first European championship in how many years?
Mourinho in the last 5 years has done nothing.
He actually elevated Roma.
Yes, every team he goes
to, did he win?
Even Benfica, he just gave them an unbeaten season.
What did he win? You two are the same person that we see here and say you have to win something, right?
Yeah, but
Chelsea, what championship level team has he handled?
Chelsea,
very important.
When he came back to Chelsea, he could have won with Chelsea, right? Took over Man U.
He did win.
Hold on. Went to Tottenham. What did he do at Tottenham? And then he won
the Europa with Man U. He won the Europa with Man U. He took Tottenham to their first final in over maybe 50 years. And what? Tottenham fired him before the final and lost the final.
Me personally.
Jose Mourinho, he's controversial, but the man knows his stuff.
Personally, I don't like the move. If it lasts more than 6 months, it will be lucky. Because we're not taking, because listen, he does not know how to manage egos, right? Mourinho, right? I will give him a credit. When he has an African striker, a 9, like a Drogba, a Eto'o, or someone like that, he does well, right? I will give him that credit, right? But right now, who's Real Madrid's 9? The first thing he's going to do in that locker room is him and Vinny will clash heads, then him and Mbappe will clash heads. Within 6 months, he will be gone because it's easier to get rid of the coach than to get rid of the players. Right? And right now, Real Madrid has maybe 1.5 center back. We said in last episode that a bunch of players have to go. Right? He has to bring in players.
I don't know of any other coach that does better when it comes to signing players than Jose Mourinho.
Okay.
We have seen it. He's the only coach who has won the Champions League with what I call rejected players. Inter. You want me to go down the list? All these were free
that is the previous
Mourinho.
I'm not taking that.
But he hasn't been given that opportunity. Let me tell you. Let's be honest. Okay, Guardiola should go and coach Crystal Palace to win Champions League.
It will not happen.
Because
they do not have the money.
Championship level team with just average money.
In my opinion, I don't like the move. I don't like the move, but it is what it is. We'll see.
It's okay. It's understandable.
Okay. As we're wrapping up, let's talk about the World Cup. It's 24 days away. Let's do rapid fire. The ticket prices have been shown to be exorbitant. The least amount of ticket you can get for a ticket is about $1,000. So there are some concerns about the ticket price for the World Cup and also security because of the incident with Iran and the United States. We'll talk about that and then look at the Brazilian list. What do you guys think about the World Cup? Is it something that we're excited about going in person, or is this one of those to sit out and just watch on TV?
In all honesty, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't in the United States. I said 94, when the last World Cup was here, but the World Cup is 24 days away. I'm not feeling that World Cup fever.
Thank you.
For some reason.
Wow.
It's the World Cup. Even in Africa, that, you know, when the World Cup is coming, you see that, you know, that World Cup vibe everywhere. But I'm not
very well
it.
said.
And the World Cup is right here in the United States. I mean, I don't know. I should see ball bouncing on 495 or something that shows that it's
very well said.
Ball is coming to the United States. I mean, the World Cup is it's the largest, you know,
footballing.
I think it's
largest
the largest
entertainment in the world.
Entertainment in the world.
Largest entertainment in the world. Uche, we may disagree about Mourinho, but I agree with you 100% about World Cup. This is the first World Cup in my life that I can remember that I don't feel like I'm looking forward to, right? Wow. I don't feel like I want to go to a game. Of course,
it's right here in our backyard.
And it is right here. I was in America when the World Cup '94. Back then, I was too young to be able to afford to go to the games, but every game I was looking forward to it. I knew who was playing every game. Even the World Cup in Russia, I went to the one in Brazil. I watched almost every game I could in the South African World Cup. But this year, I just don't feel excited. I had a meeting today about a watch party that we are trying to organize for PG County, Prince George's County, the World Cup watch party. I wasn't excited. Wow. I'm doing something with Ghanaian FA about the World Cup. I still don't feel the excitement. And it's only 24 days away. And it's just like, man, what is going on? I just don't.
Why is that? Why is that?
There's so much controversy related into this World Cup. The government we have now is not really, it's a lot of fans. For example, a lot of people have been denied, players have been denied visas. There's so many issues around the world. The cost is astronomical, right? To take the metro, let's say you're going to go to
New Jersey,
New Jersey to watch it, it's almost like $150 round trip. You decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to leave my car home and take the metro. And if you're going to park, they're talking about $200 for parking, $1,000 to $200 for. So I have a family of 4. If I want to take, if you're charging me $2,000 to get a decent seat, that's $8,000 plus food. That means one game I could be looking at $10,000 to spend on a World Cup. Come on, it makes no sense. Let's be real. I know we're American. It makes no sense. I wanted to go to the opening game in Seattle to watch the USA game. When I look at the cost outside of the flight was probably going to be the cheapest thing. The hotels were ridiculous. So what are we getting excited for? What are we getting excited for? We might as well just
like every other World Cup, the government of that country that was hosting that World Cup, 80% of whatever they were doing or talking about that year was
they slow it down and talk about the World Cup.
Now, I mean, I'm watching CNN, I'm watching, MSNBC. I'm not hearing about the World Cup.
When Brazil hosted the World Cup, they made it visa free. All you had to do was to show ticket. You go to the embassy, show ticket, boom, you got your stamp time for visa. Now in America, we deny people visa. What's the whole point?
Wow.
So again,
speaking of Brazil, they dropped their list, and what's the biggest surprise? Neymar being on the list, and players like João Pedro left out. What's your take on the Brazilian list?
João Pedro being left out is the biggest surprise, right? But I have to say that I'm happy for Ryan being accepted. I'm sorry, guys. My computer is ringing. My apologies. Okay. Right? I'm really, really happy that Ryan made it. The 19-year-old Brazilian that plays for Beaumont. That's for me, that's a good surprise. I'm really happy about that. Neymar making it, I wouldn't say I'm surprised. If he didn't make it, I wouldn't be surprised either. So I think that's a good dice rolling. I just hope that it doesn't become controversial if it doesn't start. I know he's playing well in his club in Brazil now, but I don't think he should be a starter on this team. They have younger, better, faster players that could start. That's just my opinion. But the biggest disappointment for not making it is João Pedro not making it. But I understand taking Thiago. You go Thiago from, instead of João Pedro. So, again, I'm a big Carlo Ancelotti fan. I know he's doing the best that he could. So those are the 3 surprises or non-surprises, for me.
for you?
I wasn't too surprised with the João Pedro because Brazil's the last international, break window, he was very poor in both Brazil's game. I'm like, that may hurt his chances,
And
because
it
I
did.
know Ancelotti was looking at those two games to really make the decision.
The final
Neymar,
decision.
I've always known that Neymar was going to make the list. Number one, Neymar being a superstar, football is business. I won't be surprised if even FIFA, the United States, will tell Brazil.
I believe they influenced his presence in that
It
list.
happens. Remember in '94, back then, there were rumors that, Maradona was really not supposed to go with the Argentine team. And the Americans were like, we can't have a World Cup in America without Maradona. We don't care. And if you ask me, yes, you can call it conspiracy theory, but they knew he was doping before that World Cup, but they just wanted him to just come and let it. It's trust me, it does make a difference. It's almost like saying Portugal not going with Ronaldo or Argentina not going with Messi. The stars, the World Cup, it's a tournament of the stars. The stars have to be there. So, Brazil, hey, they're one of my favorites to win the World Cup. Surprisingly, I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but I'm looking at that team and I'm suspecting them big time.
Yeah, they're not on my list. Anyway, it was a great evening of talking football. Let's not forget to patronize Tech Remedy, to patronize and follow us NSL full time on our social media handles. And we'll say good night to our audience. Last words, gentlemen.
No, I really do. Thank you very much, everybody. It's been a great week. Great NSL games that I missed, but I'll make up for it in the next episode. Tech Remedy, thank you for sponsoring us. If you're looking for business, marketing, social media, and everything, reach out to Tech Remedy, and the link will be below.
All right, nice one, everyone. It was good hanging out with you guys for another week of football. Thank you.